kind of person who has a strategy for getting out of conversations? Well, if you are, then you're in good company. Today we'll be sharing stories from our past, playing some games, and maybe even performing a live sketch or two. Let's try and get stung by a bee by trying to kill it. Grab your knitting needles and a blanket because it's time for three old friends to sit around and sew a new patch in their quilt of friendship. So join me, Dion, under the covers with Christian.
Welcome to Patchwork.
And Josh.
Welcome to Patchwork. Now, guys, before we get started, I have a bone to pick.
I got a bone to pick
With one of our listeners, Jen Hayer, who...
Name.
Yes, who on our Facebook page, we put up a photo from the Podcast Awards, and I noticed it when I saw them. It's a lovely photo of the three of us.
I know what it is.
But as soon as I saw the photo, I went, oh, my underpants very clearly in this photo.
It was the first thing you said as well.
Yep, because I had my arms up around you two, and so it pulled my shirt up. Quite clearly, some blue bonds underneath.
But you didn't think as you put your arms up, I need to tuck my shirt back down?
No.
Christian, let me just cut in. Who the hell would think that?
What do you mean?
Who would think that when they're putting up their arms?
Okay, so you're saying when you're sitting down somewhere and you have exposed skin, you can't feel the wind brushing against your bare skin the moment it's exposed?
I feel like I used to, but I can't now.
Your nerves have died or something.
To do it. But also, Christian, I asked you to tag Bonds Australia in that ad with the hope that they would get some sort of sponsorship from them.
I'd get some free pairs, maybe.
Why don't Bonds sponsor plumbers?
No, the whole point of the plumber is you can't see the label. You can only see the crack.
Oh, that's true. But is that because plumbers don't wear underwear?
Dion, I'm going to cut you off. Josh, do you want to continue with your story?
Yes. So what I was going to say, Christian, is that, normally, if you put your arms straight up, you feel the shirt come up. But I'd sort of gone round the side of you, so I didn't think my shirt had risen so much.
My question is,
I didn't feel the wind.
You couldn't feel the wind.
Didn't feel the
Okay,
wind.
Sure.
But so Jen pointed it out very clearly on Facebook. I was like, look, at least if we don't point it out, people might have missed it.
I'm surprised other people didn't jump on board. I thought that comment would just get liked and liked and liked and liked.
Which brings me to almost another bone to pick.
I got a bone to
With
pick
you two, because as we got ready for the awards, you guys seemed very concerned and had absolutely zero faith that I could dress appropriately for an awards night.
Can I just say, and I had a feeling you were going to bring this up at some point, Josh. I thought maybe it was going to be in the retrospective, which is going to be patch 30. That's the next patch. It's going to be
the final patch of season 2.
For season 2. Yeah, we look back at everything that we've done. But Josh, you've chosen to bring it up early.
Yes.
I think, Dion, that we screwed Josh over because Josh dressed appropriately for the dress code.
Yeah. Right.
And we overdressed.
No, Christian, only you overdressed. And do you know why you overdressed? So we both wore suits, but what did you wear that I didn't wear?
Unbelievable that this is a factor. You are making such a big deal over this. The tie clip.
A tie clip.
But it's like I pulled this tie clip out and Dion was like, Geez, you're an idiot.
Do you know what? Everyone hates the guy with a tie clip.
Am I pretentious for wearing it, Dion?
Yes, you are.
How is that pretentious?
It's because it's an unnecessary accessory.
Okay, so
I thought Christian looked great.
Thank you, Josh.
No. It's not about looking great. It's an unnecessary accessory. You don't need it.
Yes, but as we've established, the wind was blowing heavily that day. Blew my shirt up. Christian's tie.
Why do you wear them?
firmly
How
in
many
place.
have you got?
I love how you describe it as an unnecessary accessory. The reason I wear it is for its necessity, which is to keep my tie straight. So in a photo, when I pull my arms up, my tie doesn't just drift off to the side.
Josh needs an underwear clip.
Actually, come to think of it, I used to look up whether underwear clips existed.
What?
So that you could... Because there was a part of me...
Wedgie to what?
Sorry, how did I just invent something and you looked it up 10 years ago?
It's not 10 years ago. It's very recent.
Why did you look up underwear clips?
Because I wanted everything that I wore to be connected to another piece of clothing that I had on, so that anytime something moved, it would move something else, and I'd be always at equilibrium. Because like with my socks, I was always upset because I've got big calves. I was always upset that my socks would fall down. So I was like, I'm going to look up sock clips.
Garters.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to buy some of them. And then I was like, oh, well, I want my shirt to always stay tucked in.
I love if
underwear
wearing
clips.
garters on his thighs. Wait, sorry. Why were you wanting to keep your socks?
I want to keep my socks up and my shirt tucked in.
Can I just go back, Christian? What were you saying before about you think you threw me under the bus?
Yeah, so the dress code for the Australian Podcast Awards, of which we were nominated for Best Comedy, was smart casual. So I think that we should have underdressed to suit what Josh was wearing.
There was a part of me, I think I discussed this with you guys on the night, that wanted to each wear something that unified us. So on the night, I got it into my head that I wanted to get a pocket square.
Unbelievable.
Like
The most ridiculous thing or
Hang on,
suggestion
can I
you've ever
please
had.
tell- Can I please tell this story?
Listen to this.
Because I was there live.
Yeah,
for this.
sure.
So what happened, Josh, was Dion had this brilliant idea. He was like, no. We have to have some kind of novelty thing that stands us out. So he got it into his head that we were going to have some pocket squares made up, right?
With the design of our patchwork blanket in our logo.
Yeah, great idea. Not a great idea when it's the night before the event. So
Anyway,
Dion...
So I Googled custom pocket square Melbourne and found a place.
No, you didn't.
What did I do?
You Googled Quick Sew Melbourne.
Quick sew.
You
Must have been
Googled
a
Quick
pocket square.
Sew Melbourne, and then
Yeah.
you was like, oh, nothing. Oh, wait, Pocket Squares Melbourne, overnight, some shit.
Dion, explain, what is quick sew? What is the thought process? I need something sewed quickly. Melbourne.
The thought process is there to be an old Italian woman in a house that would be able
With
to
a
knit-
website and live chat. And live chat.
that would be able to knit or sew. We don't know the proper terminology on Welcome to Patchwork. That would be able to do it really quickly, and then we'd be able to pick them up. And I had this dream that we would walk in with matching pocket squares that matched our logo. I thought that was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, but you know what a pocket square is? It replaces the square of the blazer.
That's not true.
You're thinking of the kerchief.
Kerchief. What do you mean it replaces?
Isn't a pocket square the thing that goes on the blazer pocket? Like you sew it in. It's like a
Like a
crest
school
or something.
emblem or something.
Yeah, like a crest.
Thinking of colours, school colours.
No, isn't a pocket square is.
No, it's just like a
yeah.
napkin.
No,
Yeah.
it is. No,
love
it's a
if
kerchief,
Christian-
but it's also a kerchief.
I'd love if Christian turned up with his suit and he had like a motto on his suit.
Theatre sports best player.
So can I tell you how I acquired my suit? So I had a suit that was a blue suit, and I wore it to a work event. And this is
gorgeous.
it's a really nice suit. And I wore it to this. I think it was a Christmas party actually a couple of years ago, and I put the jacket over my chair and left it for the rest of the night. Went dancing, yada yada. Took the jacket home. Then 6 months later, I sort of wanted to wear the suit again, so I took the suit out of my cupboard. And I realized that the jacket that I had taken out was a different brand to one. So the previous suit that I had was an Oxford suit. It was cheap. It was like $150. This was a Jack London jacket. So I was like, oh man.
How much are they worth?
I took someone. It would be like, I imagine the whole suit would be $600, $700, $800.
I love, by the way, we've got so much criticism for not knowing women's fashion.
Yeah, I
And finally,
know.
we're talking about suits, and I still have no idea how much it costs.
Oh yeah, like I looked at the jacket and I was like, oh, this is Jack London. That's weird. I put it on. It fit me perfectly. Anyway, I thought, all right, so it's I wasn't at that same job, so I was like, should I really try and find that person whose jacket belongs and try and swap it over? And I was
6
like,
months later.
yeah, and I was like, fuck it, I'll try and find the matching pants. So I called Jack London, and it was basically this suit that was discontinued, and they were like, I think there's a couple of stores that might have it. So I went to they were selling the pants for $60, and now I've got a Jack London suit for $60.
I love you completed the set.
It's amazing.
So, but does that mean that someone has your old suit
Yes,
jacket?
they do. So if you've got my old suit jacket, hit us up on social media.
I hope they went and found the pants for
Pants,
that
yeah.
one.
Oh, that'd be so funny. But yeah, so I have a Jack London suit now. So that's the suit I wore to the podcast.
You know what?
great.
That is only acceptable because you found out so much later. What's the threshold there? If you found out like a week later, definitely have to return it.
I would
It's
have no
theft.
problem with returning
I
it.
still think it's theft. 6 months later.
What?
Yeah, but
It is.
But in terms of chasing it up, it's very difficult, isn't it?
But okay. So what is going through Dion's mind at 6 months is, oh, okay. So it's been so long that the guy has probably forgotten he owned that suit? No. Has he thrown those suit pants out? No. If you said, hey, I've got this Jack London suit jacket, it used to belong to someone, the guy most likely is like, oh, I've been looking for that for ages. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I reckon what Dion was thinking was, it's been 6 months. he's let it go. He's moved on.
Probably.
But doesn't mean he still doesn't want it.
No, but he's none the wiser now. He's like in his heart, he's gone. I've lost that suit at that event, and I'm never going to see it again.
I don't think I considered his welfare that much. Christian, what would you
Well,
do
you know
in that
why?
situation?
You know why? Because he can afford a Jack London suit.
Yeah, that's right. He's probably got a couple of them.
What would I do?
Yeah, what would you do?
I agree with you, Josh. It is a question of threshold. I think that probably I'd say a month.
Yeah, a month feels right.
A month feels right. After a
A
month,
month? What are you talking about? You social maniacs.
No, because after a month, the person who's lost it, you kind of go, well, that's gone, that's done. I've lost it
One
now.
month. You reckon there's a rule of 1 month?
It feels like it.
I can't.
Why am I thinking like a year?
How long are you holding on to hope for? So you will not have seen something for 11 months and go, fingers crossed, it's still coming back.
I reckon there's a guy with his fingers crossed, hoping that a Jack London jacket still comes back.
And now it's time for Oh Wow of the Week.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow!
Oh wow. For each given flavour of Arnott's shapes, the white silhouette on the box is the same shape of the biscuit.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow!
Oh wow.
Wow!
So I was at a party on the weekend where I kind of only had one or two solid connections of people I knew. So I ended up in a lot of conversations with new people, which is great. But there comes a point where you kind of work out, there's not a lot going on here.
Yeah.
And I realized that I've kind of got a few different things that I always tend to go to when I'm trying to get out of conversations. So the biggest one for me are house parties, and it works well for me because I tend to drink kind of quickly.
Well, wait, should we do it? Should we do it now?
Oh
Christian?
yeah, sure.
Christian,
Okay.
won't you talk to Josh?
Am I going to be the annoying friend?
No, not annoyed. Just the conversation is fine, but then it's like, oh, I need to get out of this. So-
Okay. So it was his third birthday, but we got
third.
him from the pound, and I mean the cake we made it out of dog food.
great. That's really good.
and, Yeah.
But yeah, look,
what I was actually
sorry. I'm just gonna go grab another drink. Did you want one or?
Yeah, I'd love one.
Okay.
I'll come with you.
Yeah, great, cool.
That's great. So,
Yeah,
Anyway,
see, that
so
is the
about my
problem
dog's
when it
birthday.
happens. So that is the case. And I was going to say, often it's like, and then sometimes like, yeah, cool, me, or I'm going to go to the bathroom, and you get a nice little split.
I agree, Josh. Getting the drink is always such a great way to get out of any conversation.
Yeah.
Because there's always, especially at places, normally where there are places where there are people you want to get out of the conversation,
Yeah.
there's going to be a bar close
Yeah.
by.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost acceptable that if you say that and just don't go get a drink, and the person sees you without a drink,
They'll be
they
fine
probably
with it.
won't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, good one.
Or
yeah.
you've got a full drink, and you go, I'm just going to get another
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
get
Oh,
another
it's
drink.
actually my round.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
get.
So, Josh, if you have a full drink, then what do? What's your alternate?
I'm kind of stuck, but sometimes I go with the toilet as well. The
Really
toilet's
good.
easy.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just going to duck to the toilet.
With the full drink.
yeah.
I don't reckon I've ever used the toilet one.
Really?
That's incredible, isn't it?
No one's questioning that.
Well, Dion, what's your go-to? How do you get out of the conversation?
Okay, so when I'm at a party, I'll show you what I do.
Okay. So I actually really don't like this beer, but I'm just drinking beer because my boyfriend likes it when I drink beer when I go to a party.
Actually,
It's actually this.
I really need to go and get a drink. Do you mind staying here? And I'll go over there to get a
Do
drink.
you mind staying
That's
here?
great.
Really good.
Yeah, but that's my go-to.
It's implicit that you're coming back, and you just don't need to. There's no accountability.
The two issues I have with it is the times that I genuinely do want to come back to the person, I'm having a great time of it. I'm like, hey, look, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna drink. I'll be right back though. I actually do really want to keep doing it, and that is the truth.
Yeah.
But you get caught on the way going there or coming back, and you get stuck into another
and
conversation.
they'll wait. They'll wait
Yeah.
if you're genuine.
That's such a good point. And I did that the other night, and I genuinely wanted to come back. And the girl said, "Oh, I thought you really just wanted to get away." And I was like, "No, I really enjoyed chatting to you. It's great."
Yeah.
yeah.
Christian, how do you go getting out of conversations?
Josh, if you wouldn't mind being a client of mine for a moment.
Client, okay.
I honestly believe that this is apt for me as a person, and I think it's the best way to get out of a conversation
Okay.
on a phone.
So yeah, those reports look good. I'm really
Yeah.
excited to move forward, and maybe we can take a deep dive on
Oh,
that. That'd be
all right. Well, I'm just going to let you get back to what you were doing, and I'll speak to you next week.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you reckon that's good?
Yeah, because you will let me get back to it. As in, like, hey,
Yep.
you're more important than me, mate.
Yep.
You've got heaps to do, so you
That's
go and
right.
do that.
And if
Yeah.
I'm shortening it, I'll go, all right, well, I'm just going to let you go. I'm going to let you go.
Gonna get you go.
I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you get back to what you were doing. It's always what you were doing. Hey, I'm just the guy.
No,
I'm
but
holding you up.
Yeah, I'm
It's
holding you
implicit
up.
that I'm holding
No,
you
but
up.
if you say I'm going to let you go, I feel like they then have cottoned on to your strategy. It's too obvious.
But before they realise, I've already hung up. It's all right. I'm going to let you go. Beep, beep.
But why are people so precious about that? Like, why can't you? Wouldn't it just be amazing if you could just walk away? Imagine if you could just walk away from a conversation without saying anything.
Okay, I remember saying to you guys only a matter of months ago on this very podcast that we shouldn't need to say goodbye anymore. And you know what? If we could just hang up the phone when the conversation was done, like
in the movies.
Yeah. But do you know what it comes down to? It comes down to the concept of awkwardness. Awkwardness is such a weird thing. I wonder if any animals in the animal kingdom feel awkwardness. But that's what it is. Imagine if you didn't feel awkwardness, it's not really a rudeness or a politeness thing. It's awkward.
yeah, do animals say hello or goodbye? No, they just
Don't they?
start when they see each other. They just start whatever they were gonna do.
You have no idea if that's true.
whether animals say hello or goodbye.
And you've just grouped like really offensively as well millions of animals into the one.
You missed the best part of what Christian said. They just meet up and do what they have to do.
Oh, so that's why you like it that I don't do the huge greeting thing.
No, just walk in.
Yeah.
Just start eating, start fucking. What about a situation where there's no drinks, you don't have a drink, and there's like, I don't know.
It's Mars.
Oh, no, actually, you know what it is? You're stuck in the queue for the toilet and you're with someone that's just not great.
So you've got a purpose and you can't escape
You can't
it.
leave. Yeah, that's hell.
I reckon you need to be comfortable with silence.
Yeah, and I think people just go for the phone these days.
Oh,
They just whip out the phone.
that's so
Mid-conversation.
Oh, no, if you're sort of in a queue, though. Actually, now, yeah, if you're there with someone, you are completely locked into talking with them.
Yeah.
But then you just got to find anything to talk about.
That's hell.
What do you like at doing that? Do you look around and do you just like...
Say what I see.
No, yeah. No, don't
I,
you do...
I
you-
think I am quite good, though, at keeping a conversation going and just picking stuff. But it flips into a thing where often I think I sometimes come off as quite self-absorbed because I don't want to have those silences and those bits in between. So I'll just keep rattling on and going like, I'd prefer this than silence.
So I think you're really good in those situations. Christian, do you have a bone to pick with Josh?
I got a bone to pick.
Josh, I think that... No, it's not a... I'll take that back. Can we just reverse that bone
Yeah,
to
yeah.
pick?
It belongs, but
I agree with what you said. I had a bone to pick, but
Yes.
my bone was picked by you.
Oh.
Because I agree with it. It does sometimes, like when we were networking the other day, I think it's a case of you fill in the silences really well, but it's one continuous thread of thought.
Yeah.
And I think it's a
think
case
it's
of
great.
Well, no, but the thing is that it's for people like for me, when there's someone else talking, it's great because I really don't like the pressure of having to talk in a group
Of driving the conversation.
at all. There's a lot of pressure on that.
You want little
But I think-
specific questions.
Yes.
Does
But I
everyone
think
remember Christian's comment? How do you barbecue?
But I think you handle leading the conversation really well. You're like, hey, I've got stuff to talk about this. And when you've got something to say, you'll speak up. But
Yeah.
until then, I'm ready to drive this.
Josh, where did you get that impression that you were self-absorbed? Where did that come from? That's very, very self-reflective. It's very impressive.
It came from when I used to do Tinder dating and stuff. I heard from a friend of a friend with a girl that I went on a date with, just like a one-off. And they said, apparently, they're like, oh, yeah, that guy, yeah, he talks a lot about himself. And so I was like, and then it made...
feedback from a date.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was enough people
the Holy
removed
Grail.
that they probably thought it would never get back to me. I don't know.
Surely there has to be a feature that Tinder builds into their app.
Like Uber star rating or something. Great data, 5 stars.
How good would that be?
And then you just threaten people on the date. This is going to be... You better buy me another drink. There's going to be 1 star.
if you don't tip me, then you're not getting good rating. Do you like that idea? I think that would be amazing.
No, you just... No, we're all normal human beings. We don't need that.
No,
okay?
but then we don't need Tinder and dating apps. We just should meet people.
Yeah, we do.
It's the same point.
No, it's not.
What's your point?
Because then you're going into a thing with a date, being like, geez, this is going to be a 1-star date. This is going to be a shit house.
No, you just don't go on the date. You avoid
Yeah,
it.
that's great. That was great.
So
for everyone.
so you don't think it would be disheartening to a person to see their average rating as like a 2 out of 5?
No, but it needs to be for good reason. So they were a dick. It's not that they're a dull person. You can't rate that.
Okay, yeah.
No, you just rate effort and punctuality. What else would you rate? Effort, punctuality, conversation.
Culture.
I think the big thing that brings this whole rating system down is
As if it was ever up.
yes. They were going to put it in. Tinder was just about to add it in. And they go, hang on, listen to the rest of the podcast, guys. The problem is that because dating, there's so many different kinds of people, and it's like I would rate this person a 5, but this other person would rate them completely opposite because they don't get on well.
So on Facebook Marketplace, you can rate the seller. Is it not so different from Tinder?
Yes, because you're not dating people when you go over and buy a water cooler from them.
But your idea of a good person to so I
No,
bought-
you're rating the accuracy of the goods. Or maybe that's what you can use on Tinder.
Hello.
Hello, is that Robert Johnson there?
This is Rob speaking. Yes, who might this be calling?
Oh, hey, Rob. I'm from Microsoft and Apple's security firm system, and we've just got a notice that your computer has a virus on it, so we just wanted to fix that for you.
Oh God, that's horrid news.
Yeah, look,
What's happened?
Microsoft and Apple have merged, apparently, darling.
Yeah, so, look, I'm glad I caught you. You're at home. This is great. So, you at your computer? Do you have your computer with you?
I have a laptop. I don't know whether
great.
it's a computer or not, but it seems to do the trick, doesn't
No,
it?
That's a computer for sure.
Richard, we have the big computer downstairs.
But I've been downstairs in 10 years.
So you have a desktop as well. You can, whatever's simplest for you to turn on and access, just use that.
Oh, it's probably simple not to turn on either, but I'm happy to turn this one on. Okay, it's on now. It seems to be, I think you said booting up.
Yeah, so, what's your screen? What's on the screen in front of you?
It's fuzzy. It looks to be quite fuzzy.
Okay,
Put
go
your glasses on, Richard.
Oh, shut up, you're a rat bag!
Okay, so if you got your glasses on, you can see a bit better?
Yeah, glasses
so-
on.
so you should
ready,
be looking-
ready to roll.
You should be looking at the computer screen now. So there should be a series of icons on the screen. Is that right?
No, I see a Channel 7 logo, I think.
It's the tennis, Richard. Tell him it's the tennis.
Oh no, that's not your computer. That's your TV.
Oh.
So do you have the thing that looks like a book that you open up sideways?
Oh, you mean this thing here? Yes, I'm holding it right now. This is great.
Oh, great. So if you just go to Google Chrome, your web browser.
Sorry, Google what?
Google Chrome, your web browser.
What's a web browser, darling?
Google Chrome, your web browser.
What's a web browser, darling?
So it should be a blue, green, red icon, like a little circle. So if you just click that.
Oh, so click. So what do I click it with?
Just move the mouse. Do you know what a mouse cursor is?
Cursor. It's cursive writing. You want me to write on it?
Kirstie Alley, tell him she was on Veronica's closet.
So just move your mouse and double click on that icon for me.
Okay, I'm going to double click on that. Yes, we're good to go now.
Now in the address bar, do you know what the address bar is? It's the
No, I've
big-
got no idea. Go ahead.
the address bar at the top. So just type in
Yes.
www.freepcscanviruscleanerforfree.com,
Yes.
and then there should be a button that says Apply Now, and you click that, and there should come up with your credit card details. So have you got your credit card details there?
I think so. Yeah, I'm sort of rifling through my wallet here. Yes, I've got it here. Can I read it out to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
Just give
it's
the number.
456978.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's the credit card.
Okay, is it a MasterCard or a Visa?
I'm not sure. The bank is RSL. is RSL membership.
No, I think that's the Returned Servicemen's League membership.
Yeah, that's the local. That's right.
No, your bank. What bank do you bank with?
I bank with it's Bendigo Bank. I bank with the local. It's a local bank. I've
Okay,
got
well,
no
do you
idea.
do you have a credit card of theirs?
I don't. But if you want,
Look, can I just come over? This is very.
if you want, let's start again. I've got my computer in front of me. I will just turn the knobs, and a bit of sand will come down, and I can see it's branded Etch a Sketch.
Now, both of you work. I have a question for you, Dion, and for you, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever consider going to the gym before or during work?
Never. No way.
Why is that, Josh?
because I just don't go to the gym at all. So that makes
Sure.
it easy for me.
No, but the hypothetical is before or after. And also, in line with what Josh has mentioned, I am also going to dismiss the question and I will say never because I don't understand why people go to gyms.
Hang on, this is a much bigger question than what I was originally posing. What?
I just don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
You
I know.
don't
be an idiot.
No, I understand why people go to gyms.
There we go. Thank you.
No, I
So
understand.
I'll get back to my original point.
I understand why people go to gyms, and I understand why maths is taught in schools. but I don't understand why they're so popular.
Because people, I'm with you though. The thing I don't understand is why do you need to be so fit? Like,
Amazing.
no, because
Amazing. We're alienating 3/4 of
No,
our
we're not.
audience.
It's
yeah?
fine, but because I don't go to the gym because I don't care about my physical appearance or my physicality generally. I don't care enough about it to do anything about it.
Must be hard being born beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Tall and skinny, you stupid idiot. What a frustrating thing to
No,
hear.
because I'm more talking about the people who are like super fit, going crazy, like loving it,
Junkies,
which
yeah.
is fine. If you can take the shopping up the
junkies.
stairs,
They're skinny for different reasons, Dion.
but if you can take the shopping up the stairs without losing your breath, I don't think you need to go to the gym.
This
That
has
is
taken such a rapid turn for the worst, isn't it,
unbelievable.
Christian? I thought I was taking us down a path trying to abolish all gyms in Australia. But my problem with gyms is that I don't understand why people enjoy exercising in such an unnatural environment.
It's okay.
That's my
So
issue,
you don't like how strange it is that all these people are collected in the one
yeah,
place.
it's so mechanized. It's something so mechanical
It's
about the
because
whole
of the-
thing.
it's because of the convenience though, and I'm realizing this more so now that it's winter.
yeah.
Because I would love to go for a run after work or before work, but it's really dark and it's quite cold.
I think what you want the Rocky 3 experience where you've got Drago the Russian with all the high-tech stuff and Rocky goes out into the wilderness and he's just training with like logs and stuff like that. That's what you want from a
It's
gym experience.
calisthenics.
No, it's almost the experience. So I love going to the football, but half the reason why I like going to the football is because I love being out in the open with the sun. And I feel like when you're doing exercise, there is like a nexus between that exercise and enjoying the environment. Why aren't more gyms greener? Why are gyms so
great.
sterile?
That's great.
A green gym.
Yeah. Jim's mowing.
Jim's green.
Pretty green.
Jim's gym. There you go. Yeah. But there's some of those outdoor public ones, like what is it? Muscle Beach in California.
Yeah.
And there's some
Very accessible.
What's Muscle
I'll go there
Beach?
before work.
What's the significance of Muscle Beach?
No, it is an outdoor gym, so it's same equipment, but you're outdoors in the
How do
sunshine.
you know about an outdoor gym in California?
Because it's
It's
like the
very
most
famous.
famous gym in the world.
How do you know about gyms? Who cares about famous gyms?
It's Muscle Beach.
It's iconic. It's on the beach and it's just lots and lots of bars. There's steel everywhere.
Is it actually called Muscle Beach?
Yes.
It's next to Venice Beach.
Yes.
And it's just a brand.
No,
It's a beach.
No, it's open to the
It's
public.
like a public service gym. It's like there's just equipment that you can use. It's outdoors in the sun, which is what you love.
Oh, that Muscle Beach sounds great. What about Park Beach? I mean, what about Muscle? What would it be called?
Muscle Park.
Muscle Park.
I think one of the reasons I don't do anything with gyms is that quite a funny twist of fate. When I was at high school, we did like a semester of gym, whereas like instead of doing your weekly sport for PE, you actually went in and learned how to use all the gym equipment.
Really?
Because I was in the musical, the rehearsals were at the same time. Oh. So it just got switched. So I never really got to know how to use any of the machines. And I think I just went, nah.
And that's why you are the way you are.
Maybe, yeah.
Wow. The reason that I bring all of this up is because I joined a gym for a week. I did their free trial. And I got really excited about it. And I was like, I'm going to make it part of my routine. I'm going to go before work. And then I'm going to get to work and feel great and be healthy all day. And I went before work. And I sweat the entire day after that workout. Oh my Just incessantly. My body wouldn't stop. And then I see people running to work in the morning. I'm like, why aren't you just sweating all day?
Yeah.
How are you comfortable with that? They bring changes of clothes to work. And I'm like, what are you...
Do
This is madness.
And they shower and everything when they get to work and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they shower. I showered. I still sweat all day.
So I
It's
don't
the most uncomfortable day of work ever.
So I don't need to do that because I ride to work. I'll ride in a different top and then I'll get changed and I don't stink. I've got the gift of not smelling.
really
It's
lucky.
amazing.
Really?
Do you guys have that?
I get super sweaty. Like during Comedy Fest, after doing the 50 minutes of the show,
Oh, really?
I was absolutely soaked.
Really?
And it's shocking. I'm just like, this is so much wetter than my brother is after this show.
Oh, isn't it the worst when there's someone who doesn't sweat?
Yeah.
So
It's
you
me.
just-
I don't sweat. I don't
Yeah,
sweat
it's
and I don't
hell.
stink. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, see,
Cheers, guys. Christian, I thought you were going to advocate more for gyms,
I'm not massively into gyms.
but you have a gym
because-
membership. Why do you have a gym membership? You got
I
sucked
have-
in.
Yeah, I do. I went into a gym membership for 15 months. I got so excited. I got so excited at the deal that I made with the guy, and he must have been like, "This guy's a fucking idiot."
Really?
I kept going, "All right." He was like, "Oh, 12 months. I'll give it to you for 500." And I go, "How much for 15?" He goes, "Mate, that's going to be a bit more." I go, "Give me 550 for 15 months." And he's like, "All right, let's do it."
It's aspirational though. People get the gym memberships going, I'm
Yeah.
going to go this
Yep,
year. I'm going
That's
to do
true.
it.
And then I moved away from the area, and the gym doesn't let you go to any of its other branches. That's
hell.
And that was it.
So the joke was on you. You negotiated this great rate and you couldn't even use it.
Yes, Dion, it was on me.
What a silly thing to do, Christian.
Yes, it was very silly, Dion, and that's why I'm going to join another gym.
Are you actually going to join another gym?
Yep.
For 15 months.
3 times the price.
What you said just before actually made me think quite a lot about how strange gyms are. Because you go there and they're overcrowded and you have to like look for a machine, and outside the door there's an entire world. And we've got our friend Chris, who is this tight little ball of muscles, and he's never walked into a gym his entire life. All he does is go swimming and running.
Great.
That's it. And he looks great. And it's like, you could just get the same workout if you...
Treadmills are the ones I do not understand. I'm like, just run anywhere. Just,
Yeah,
it's all there, ready to go.
Yeah, pick a direction and run.
The thing Christian was saying about winter, though, like that's a thing. Like when it gets really cold, like I do social sport, but when it gets cold, I'm like, what am I going to do now? What's the deal now?
Yeah, I guess that's where a gym comes into it.
Yeah, I'll never sign up to one. Fuck
I
'em.
know. What do you mean, fuck them?
They're just awful, Christian.
Why? What? It doesn't make sense.
No, but you were. I nearly got you on my side.
No, I believe how strange it is, but I still don't mind the practicality
No,
of
it's
what
that
it
thought.
is.
It's what you were saying. There's a whole world out there. There's a beautiful world with trees and animals and other stuff and
yeah, and
mountains.
guys that'll stab you late at night.
Really, really good. You know what's really, really good? Really, really good. You know what's really, really good?
Do you know what's really good? When your low maintenance garden plant requires little to no maintenance.
Really good. Really good.
Really
Really
good.
good. You know what's really good? A second person to help put on the fitted sheet.
Really good.
Really
Josh.
good. Really good.
Do you know what's really good? An unexpected public holiday.
Really
good.
good. Really
Really
good.
good. We love hearing your really goods, so make sure that you send us your really goods on our Really Good Friday. It happens every fortnight on a Friday, and you can send us your really goods on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, a letter in the mail, in a bag, by hand. Do you know what James Kerr thinks is really good? A little cup that holds all your pens. Really
Really good.
Josh.
Really good. Really good. And you know what Jen Hayer thinks is really good? When your song or podcast ends just as you park your car.
Really good.
Really good. Really good.
And do you know what James Patterson thinks is really good? When you start the morning with a triumphant fart in the shower that echoes throughout the entire house.
Really good. Really good.
Thank you for listening to Welcome to Patchwork this week. The next patch will be our famous retrospective episode where we round out season 2 of Welcome to Patchwork. It'll be a bit of a bumper episode, so we'll be taking an extra week. So we'll see you in 3 weeks' time on a Wednesday. Please hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also you can support us via our Patreon page. You can go to patreon.com/welcome to Patchwork. Josh, what did you sew into your patch this week?
Dion, my patch this week was me, underdressed at an awards ceremony, wearing nothing but my Bonds undies. Christian, what patch did you sew this week?
Josh, this week I sewed into my patch me using hundreds of tie clips to keep my socks up and my shirt tucked in. And Dion, what did you sew into your patch this week?
My patch this week is me telling someone at a party that I have to go because I have a pants tailoring appointment at Jack London. Thank you for listening to Welcome to Patchwork this week. I've been Dion.
I've been Josh.
And I've been Christian.
Goodbye.
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 I was at a party the other day, and I was talking to a friend. I wanted to get out of a conversation.